Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in for our daily Liverpool news show. I'm joined by Connor from the Cop Council. Thank you very much for coming on, mate. And before you do anything, Reds, if you're new around here and you're not aware of Connor's channel, make sure you do head over to his channel. I've left the link in the description. Trying to get him to 500 subscribers. But if you're wondering what we're looking at the side, the Italian game is on against Austria and it just went into extra time. So let me know if you've been watching that. Well, I'll ask Connor about Wales as well. Deeply disappointing if you're a Welsh fan. Really, we'll discuss that in tonight's show. And we will be discussing Fabrizio Romano, more or less dismissing the Kylian Mbappe rumours circulating. That have been circulating, the clickbaiting titles that probably me and Connor have done in the past as well. But, we need to add revenue. Burn joke. Well, thank you very much for coming on, Connor.
Absolute pleasure, man. We do need those clicks. We need the ad revenues going in, and we need realistically Mbappe to Liverpool. It would be nice, but sadly, we don't always get what we want. Realistically, I don't think.
Yeah, no, especially when YouTube don't push out your notifications. But cheers for coming on, mate. And from the Leicester fan channel, Daka is clear of Mbappe anyway. More or less, and yet again, no notifications. Speaking of notifications, Doug, I would have asked you to come on, mate, but I'm not too sure if you've been working. Well, if you want to come on, Doug, you're very welcome. And as I was speaking to Connor, I was saying it would only be like 15, 20 minutes. And then Connor slapped me wrist a bit later when we go to bed. He only said it was only 10 to 15 minutes. But Doug, if you want to come on, I'll drop you the link anyway. You're very welcome. And got the notification. But Connor, just a quick one before we do get straight into the Kylian Mbappe news, really, mate. But what's your general consensus on the result for Wales? From an outside point of view, watching the game today was deeply disappointing. Obviously, the way in which Wales approached that game. I know Denmark have what happened with Christian Eriksen. It's more or less galvanised them as a squad, really brought them together. And in sad circumstances, it's more or less brought them together, really. But deeply disappointing from Wales today, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was. And look, I'm not going to be bitter about it. Never going to be bitter about it. Look, it's not Liverpool. It's international footy, and fair play to Denmark. They absolutely battered Wales. I do think there was some fishy officiating, especially with Harry Wilson's red card. Don't think it was a red card in my opinion, and also as well Denmark's second goal. I think there was a foul in the build-up that should have been given, but you look at it. Wales did not deserve to win that whatsoever, and realistically the better team went through, and Italy has just gone 1-0 up on my screen. Yeah. So
nice one, Doug, for spoiling that. I'm gonna get you after this stream. I've got it on the I'm watching it on BBC iPlayer. But the stream is so far
behind. Yeah, Italy just scored, for God's sake. But, to be fair, it is what it is. And look, I just can't wait now until Germany knock out England on Tuesday. Did I say that? Wait, what? No, but no, look, it's.
Yeah, in a bit kind of like.
No, but I would have liked us to have gone through, and obviously we would have played, I believe, either Holland or Sweden. So, yeah, it would have been nice. But look, the better team went through, and realistically, it's going to be France's tournament either way, in my opinion.
Yeah, spot on there. Right, let's get to your comments. As we can see, Doug spoiling it. Nice one, lad. It's more or less like when Game of Thrones used to be good and used to wait all night at like 2 o'clock in the morning, then you'd have some nutter on Twitter spoil it for you. But nice one, Doug. Thank you for the updates. I appreciate it. Mickey, how you doing, mate? Hopefully you don't get told off, Mickey, anyway. But thank you for tuning in. Every single one of you for tuning in on tonight's show. Denmark, actually, a very much a quality team. Yeah, Zuki, as Connor said there, he dominated that Welsh side anyway. Yeah. I think from Wales' point of view, you'd be deeply disappointed. The calibre of player in which Wales had, Bale and Ramsey, probably the big main key players, but I felt the way in which Wales approached the whole tournament probably wasn't the best way possible.
It was probably massively disturbed by the whole Ryan Giggs situation and whether or not he would be going to the Euros as manager or not. And I think To be fair, I think for Wales, it was just get out to the group, and that was it for us. But then we could see, anything else is a bonus, realistically. And I think what Denmark did well today, they changed formation about 15 minutes into the game when they knew Gareth Bale and Aaron Ramsey were having, a lot of room to, penetrate towards them. And I think then when they changed that, Wales just didn't know what to do. And couldn't figure out how to change it. But like I said, I think Denmark, they did batter us. And look, obviously with what happened to Christian Eriksen, I hope now they go far in the tournament. I'd very much like them to go. I'd like them to go all the way, go in the final. But I just hope that they have a good rest of the tournament.
That would be a fairy tale, wouldn't it, mate? Obviously, Denmark.
No, it would.
The Euros, I think it was a couple of years ago, didn't he? Obviously not a couple of years ago, but in the past anyway. With that, but yeah, spot on there, Con. Jay's, appreciate you tuning in, Jade. Anyway, thank you to every single one of you and everyone that has dropped a like on the video as well, and absolute legends. Hi, Doug. Hi, Chas. Romano did say this summer though he didn't rule it out completely. Yeah, you can very much not rule out any transfer in world football, Jay, but he's spot on there. Zuki, Renato Sanchez coming. I know Sanchez has got, is it like 6 months left on his contract, Con and Chas?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he was a player around Europe that is more or less, unless he signs a new contract extension, but he'll have a lot of suitors yet again off the back of a Euros competition, really. But yeah, good evening. All and Connor. Chris, how you doing, mate? Hope you're having a good day. Jack Mac gone for the bits of luck. I'm getting all the compliments last. Yeah, it's either that or just go bald. Suki, cheers, mate, for tuning in. I'm just enjoying having hair at the minute because my dad's not got hair and he just blamed me. So yeah. It's coming home, and it definitely is, mate. We all agree it's France's tournament, very much so. Yeah. My dark horse is Denmark doing the business. Doug, I'm actually in bed with Rebecca sleeping on me. I'll have to give it a miss. I'm off for 2 weeks after next Saturday. Doug, then that's me and Connor booking you in. We have to do a couple of transfer negotiations with Rebecca to get you on our shows. But have a good night, mate, anyway. Say hello to Rebecca as well from us too, and everyone in chat as well. Didn't expect Denmark to win by the scoreline. I expected a 1-0 type of game. Denmark have the potential to be like Greece of 2004. Oh no!
I've seen this. No. Skip.
Helen, how you doing, Helen? I hope you're having a lovely evening, Helen. Appreciate you tuning in. Looks sick, don't you? Swears out, Zuki. I bet you've took a Snapchat or out there, haven't you? And sent it all around to the boys and just gone, look at Jack's bad. Only joking, mate. But yeah, right. We'll get straight into obviously the big main news, really. That this man, Kylian Mbappe, Connor, it will be a story that, I've lost Connor. There we go. That will be rumbling on for until the cows come home, really, because until he signs a new deal with Paris Saint-Germain, I think there are a lot of the rumours and will be getting circulated, and rightly so. He's a player of immense ability, which we've seen. We've had the privilege to watch over the last couple of seasons. He is the new generational talent, him and Erling Haaland, taking over the mantle of Messi and Ronaldo. They'll have to do a very good job because those two being phenomenal, but these two players, it's more or less the bigger than most football clubs now. It's the modern day footballer, Connor. How do you see this this transfer in general, in terms of in the next coming weeks and months, and possibly? Well, it is the months he will be going on a free transfer if he does continue to consider the obviously the momentum in terms of not signing a contract.
Yeah, it's a very strange one, isn't it? Because like you said there, one of the world's best stars could potentially be going on a free next season and could very well be in talks with clubs, 6 months from now. It's a strange one. It's very strange that PSG has managed to get his contract down to the final, year of it. You would have thought that they would have, at least had, some sort of agreement with Mbappe, or even in his contract before then, having that extended year. And from what you can read and what has been said at the moment, it looks like Mbappe has somewhat rejected the contract from PSG multiple times. There's reports circulating that he's rejected at least 3 or 4 times, which leads me to believe that he wants out of PSG. It's where, and I think he also said as well somewhere, I can't quite remember where, that he said that it doesn't matter where I go as long as the project sounds good. I will go there. Now, of course, the scenarios are he either stays at PSG and likes the sound of that. He either goes to Real Madrid, Florentino Perez, saying, I think that yesterday that he said that he's listening towards the fans and he knows that people want to sign Mbappe. Look, was it Eden Hazard they signed?
Yeah,
and then they were shouting and screaming. Yeah, they were shouting and screaming, "We want Hazard, Mbappe." Sorry, so you can tell Madrid fans want him, and then Liverpool are the only other club that's been even remotely talked about with Kylian Mbappe. And look, we all know about Jurgen Klopp meeting Mbappe and meeting his dad in 2016 when he was having a fantastic season for Monaco and doing such well in the Champions League. And then of course he rejected us to go to PSG, which at the time for him, staying in France, staying with his family, of course, that's a fantastic thing for him. Now he's maybe looking at it and going, I want a fresh challenge. I want a fresh start. And realistically, out of Liverpool and Madrid, I think obviously all of us would go Liverpool 1000%.
Because it's not like he's going to be skint, is he, Connor? Like, I think he can continue. It's a game of brinkmanship, and I think, and Phil is just more. I get to everyone's comments, but Phil's just summed up mine and Connor's thinking anyway. It's not happening at the end. Phil, if it was that easy, mate, if we were me and Connor and all of us were in control of the press within the coverage, I think it's so easy, and we'll get Fabrizio's tweet up in a little second, Phil, but I wish we could just stop doing these videos, but it's you've got to continue to do them because it is the hot topic, a debate, really. I was just speaking to one another. I really do appreciate it. See you, Wales. Mind your head on the exit door. I got some tissues for your dragon tears, and I'm saying it's just banter anyway.
Don't worry, Chris. We'll see you on Tuesday anyway.
on the flight home anyway. So that England are playing at home anyway, but we'll welcome you at Heathrow. Oh, good. Love Mbappe. Well, I love to be a millionaire. Don't mean it's going to happen. Very much so. Leicester's project is good. He can come sit on the bench for Iheanacho. I'm good, thanks, and despite you getting Xhaka. Yeah, very much so. Liverpool Mbappe to Liverpool is nonsense. I've said it for ages now, but people still jump on the bouncy castle thinking it's happening. Yeah, Chris, right, we'll get straight onto this. This is why I make God wants to jump on anyway. Is that 2-0? Yay! Doug didn't spoil it. Get in. Nice one, Doug. Oh, everyone's just spoiled it as we can see the conversation. But it was all right. Cheers, Chaz, anyway. You didn't spoil it for me, Cotter. We'll get straight, as you can see here. Fabrizio Romano today. Many questions about Mbappe and Liverpool. Fake news coming out of nowhere. Comments from all parties involved. There's nothing between Kylian and LFC this summer. Yeah. It's a nail on the head there, hasn't he, Connor? But I think this probably won't be. I can just imagine the sheer amount of notifications he gets on an hourly basis. Kylian Mbappe to Liverpool. But that's his job. That's what happens when you're in the journalism limelight. Go ahead, lad.
Yeah, no, I think as well, when people are suggesting that Liverpool are going to go for him this year, I don't think anyone with common sense, like we said, next season he's out of contract. I don't think anyone is looking at it and going, oh, Liverpool are definitely going to go for him this summer. It's not about this summer. It's next summer. There's no, the problem is, and the realistic thing we have to look at here is, will Liverpool break the the salary, the salary bank that we do. we kind of done it with Thiago, him becoming, I think the second highest paid player behind Mo Salah, of last season anyway. And it's whether or not Liverpool are going to do that again. There's no fee to pay, but then of course, normally when there is a fee to not to be paid, the contract fee is normally a bit higher anyway. So I think that's the realistic thing. I don't think anyone is thinking about Mbappe for this summer. I think for next summer, that's the more important question, whether or not Liverpool would go after a free Kylian Mbappe.
It's the exact same situation with Messi in it, mate, and everyone at home. Messi, similar contract. I think both players probably, yes, all of us probably all know they're probably wanting more money because the great players, and it's all about whether they're content and relaxed. And obviously, he's relaxed. His kids are born in Spain, Catalonia anyway, in Barcelona, so there's no reason for him to move. But as you mentioned, you never know, they might have a change of direction, really change of heart, which would be very different as well. But absolutely spot on there, Connor. And we'll just quickly get to Helen's super chat. I want whatever Klopp wants. I trust him. Really do appreciate it, Helen. Thank you very much for the super chat. As I say, no one has to spend money on the channel, but I really do appreciate it. As always, everything gets put in for more use. It does try and help with obviously the set and editing and all that. But Helen, I really do appreciate it. And even if you don't super chat everyone, I just really do appreciate all the support that you give me, Connor, Doug, and all the Liverpool channels out there as well. Absolute legend, Helen. Every single one of you that does continue to support everyone's channels. Make sure I haven't missed anyone's comments. Apologies if you have. Anyway, everyone. Hello, lads. How are we, Connor and Jack? Not too bad, Andrew. Hopefully you're having a lovely night anyway, matey. 2-0 Italy. Yes, Chris. Nice one for not spoiling it, Chris. Doug. That's it. What's everyone think on that scoreline? I think Austria defended quite well there tonight, haven't they, Connor? Let us know your thoughts on that, chat. It was a great goal for that second one, everyone, wasn't it? Lovely strike down the right hand side of the netting anyway. But the speed in this game, Connor, when the Premier League refs are officiating.
Yeah, you do. It just shows yet again how bad English referees are. By God, I think all of us are looking forward to the new, Premier League season. It's just the problem is we're not looking forward to the refereeing and the officiating of the new season.
It is shocking. Like, even without looking at who's the referee, in this tournament who the English referees are, just the sheer speed in which they make their decisions. And it's all of them are a team. So obviously the English refs in the Premier League, they're all officiate as a team. So there's no like different referees from different continents or anything. So there's no reason for them to be delaying in their process of decision making. But yeah, it's crazy. So Fab didn't say Leicester City still possible. Yeah, there you go, Ant. Anyway,
go away.
Famous words from Chris. Well, stat for you: Italy have never scored a goal in extra time. Have never scored. Is that in the Euros, Doug, or in the World Cup as well? That's staggering. That, mate, obviously. Yeah, that's a very, very good stat. That'll be a very good quiz question, that, Doug. Obviously, shout out to Doug there. I apologise to Austria for doing that stat, Doug. Yeah, fair play. Austria give it a good go. Italy finally show their quality in extra time. Defensively, definitely Italy first time being tested at the tournament. Yeah, spot on there, Chris. It's been remarkable, obviously, chat and Connor, and the impact in which Mancini's had on this Italian side. There's no doubt in the fella's quality in the managerial hot seat in which we've seen in the Premier League. Have you been impressed by Italy? I know a lot of people, as Chris and everyone in chat already tonight and throughout the last couple of weeks. I'm so impressed by how defensively set up. It's the fabric of any Italian side, especially in European competitions as well, that you don't have to see a lot of Italian football, but it's the hallmark of Italian philosophy in the way in which they approach football. But have you been impressed? And obviously tonight was a big test for them.
Yeah, I have. I think Italy for me were my dark horse to win the tournament. Coming into it with, the impressive run. I think now tonight they've beaten an 83-year record for the amount of games they've gone without a loss, and it just shows that we all hate Manchester City now, but we look at it and go, he changed Man City from that mid-table, no one club into winning a Premier League title. And of course, people always go with him with Carlos Tevez and that all of that stuff, which was actually quite funny at the time. But with the Italian side, of course, they needed someone to rebuild after, of course, Antonio Conte had that job for a very long time, and now Italy look a real good side going in. Well, I think they could cause some upsets, like I said, through this tournament. They're my dark horse. I think for the World Cup as well next year, they're going to be very, very interesting to see what they do for that as well.
Yeah, very much so, mate. I echo those words. They will look like, if they do progress as 2-0 now, everyone, they will play either Belgium or Portugal in the quarters. So that'll be a very big game. Whether that be Portugal or Belgium, be a massive game and that. But yeah, massively impressed by Mancini's Italian side. The other one. Always love it when the case disappears. Italy's strength always defensively. Mancini is so well dressed, 10 out of 10. Classic Italian, and classic Italian swag, which you love to see. They're very classy people, the Italians. Lovely place to go as well if you're ever thinking about going. I think I went to Sicily when I was younger. Fantastic place as well. Little island below Italy anyway. Evening all, Shay. Thank you for joining, mate. Every single one of you. Late notification again. Then I have to have a word. YouTube, mate. If you want to follow Shay on Facebook, everyone, if you don't follow me on Facebook, I do streams from Facebook and obviously YouTube as well. So just drop a follow on Jack Mac LFC on Facebook if you've got Facebook. The notifications are a lot more better on that anyway. So you don't have to follow it. But I appreciate every single one is. Also, sorry to say, Connor, I feel sorry for your team getting destroyed by Denmark. But to be honest, first 10 minutes, Wales were playing well. Yeah, shame that 90 minutes is the whole time for Wales.
Can we cut? Like, can we start talking about it?
It carries on going.
What do you mean it carries on going? Like, this isn't fair.
It's definitely not coming over Wales anyway, lad. I didn't get one at all. You're lucky, Seamus Slow. So apologies, everyone. I'll be having words. I'll probably send a couple of emails to YouTube, but it's not like I've got 1 million subscribers. If I made a lot more money off YouTube, then they'd be pushing all the notifications out for them anyway. But yeah, tested. I mean, not rested. By the way, if no one's seen Fast and Furious 9, it's well worth seeing in the cinema. Absolutely quality VV Plus. I've been impressed with Italy this Euro so far. Shout out to there, Andrew. You should make a film review YouTube channel, mate. But shout out to Andrew there, giving Too Fast and Furious beans. Anyway, I don't hate Man City. Don't mind them at all. Of course, you wouldn't, Anthony. They just love signing your players, don't they? As long as you keep on giving you money. It's a great wall of Italy and Chile and Benucci.
It's kind of the other way around, isn't it? Because they got ripped off for Ernie Nacho, and somehow he's like, oh, he's the best player, he's the best striker in the world. It's like, yes, shut up.
Yeah, like, City knew exactly what they were doing.
Well, Divock Origi's better than freaking Ernie Nacho.
Yeah, Jan Molby just liked my tweet. I'm so happy. Spawn out these name dropping excellent full players here. Doug, that's spot on that, Doug. Anyway, you never know, could possibly come on on a show with you and you in the future, Doug. You never know. If you don't ask in life, if you don't ask, you don't get, really, in terms of that. Drop them a cheeky message anyway. I'm sure they'll reply. To be honest, if they haven't played anyone big, Portugal or Belgium in the next round, let's see what they are made of. Austria, Turkey, Switzerland, Wales. No disrespect for Connor, not the best teams.
Hang on.
Football is coming home to Italy.
No, hang on. Do not put the likes of Austria and us alongside Turkey that had no points in the tournament.
But what is it? Everyone pre-Euros.
Had Turkey as dark horse.
Yeah, dark horses. Tweets coming out of left, right, and centre, and I think everyone that had Turkey as their dark horses took down their tweets quite swiftly after the third game. But yeah, no. What's everyone thought about the Euros? Everyone in the chat before we do shoot off. It's good to watch international football. As I said, everyone, if you've done your own work, we mentioned Barella last night. I think he's been a superb player. I've not seen a lot of him for Inter Milan last season, but highlights as well. But this tournament, I've been massively impressed, and he's been my shout for potential Liverpool midfielder. In Liverpool looking at him. What are your thoughts on Barella, Connor? Have you seen a lot of him play for this tournament, or?
I've seen bits and pieces of him in this tournament. I think for me, I would like, as you know, Florian Neuhaus looks to be a real good player, a quality player, as Anthony knows as well. I think we'll take a cheeky Yuri Tillemans for...
So I wasn't flipping you off, lad.
I said 3-0, happy days. But no...
One gone, no.
Oh,
no, it's an Austria goal. Oh, yeah,
7
minutes.
No, lad. Lad, you can't say 3-0 then it's 2-1.
That's how focused I am with the chat, and you got it.
Oh, no, no.
You scored that.
But yeah, friggin', for me... well, to be fair, my dark horse to join Liverpool is Florentino Pellegrini. That's actually in the Italian side as well. I think he looks to be a really, really good player for Roma. So again, do you rather play Jurgen Klopp football or Jose Mourinho football for next season?
As long as he's not as long as he's half as better with Aquilani, then I'll take him anyway. So yeah. But yeah, spot on there. I hope Leicester get a European away day in Italy. Would love to go there. Yeah, it's a cracking place, Italy, mate. Obviously, wherever you go, there's some lovely scenery anyway. No one should be worried about Spain. They're in transition, not good enough to win Euros. Very much agree with that. Because it's definitely not coming home to Spain. Watch them win the Euros. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree, Helen. Italy are doing well. Rumour is Fast 9. John Cena, spot on there.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Spoilers. Sorry, everybody. We'll figure out watching Fast 9. Oh no, hang on. 15 million. Iheanacho was a bargain, best goal per minute of any player in the league since January. Interesting. Shame we didn't get you the Champions League football. Right?
I wasn't going to go there. I wasn't going to go there.
Sorry, it's all right. Love you really there. Wales playing had Cheerios for breakfast this morning. Think of Taco Connor there. England will be going out against Germany. I think we will, Helen. Sadly, but typical England. Hopefully, don't get Southgate on a penalty. We should be sound. Doug called Turkey the dark horses. As I got them in the sweepstakes, they should be up there further than Wales, mate. Very much so. I was the only one probably predicted Turkey to finish bottom. Didn't see hype about them anyway. Euros have been good so far, in my opinion. Very much so, Shay. Never mind Turkey, more like roast turkey. Very much so.
I like that joke.
That was a classic dad joke, but I like that. That's the level of our banter anyway. I have the Netherlands in a sweepstake at work, and I've got Portugal in Doug's one. First time I've actually got a decent. Did you get into that one, Connor? Or?
I don't think I did. I think I didn't do it.
Yeah, no, I got into that one. Thank you, Doug, for giving me Portugal tonight. No match fixing. Yeah, no, I'm surprised that you got Portugal side anyway. If I'm right, when England last beat Germany, ever played to score? Am I right? When England last beat Germany, ever player to score played? Not too sure. Not too sure what that means, Jagster. Can you afford Yuri at 80 million? I tell you what, mate, that'll probably get him his left leg. Really, in terms of that. I've just turned my telly off after 2-0. God's sake, Chris, get it back on, lads. There's 3 minutes left, but, anything's possible in the Euros. I'm pretty sure Doug will put in 2-2 very soon. I've got Denmark and Portugal in the sweepstake. Fix. Only joking. Did you get Portugal, Doug? That's not too bad. At least me and you have got it. Where are we going? Anthony talking about checkbooks. Is he a Man City fan? Jack, it's not a spoiler, mate. I heard. Oh, not too bad. Only joking there. That. Anyway, pay your bills, Jack. Yeah. Thank you very much. Realistically, I do think Jamie will beat us, unfortunately. Hot and cold balls when Doug was fit. Whoa! Okay, the Gerard. Michael Ballack is not confident, Chris. Every effing player who scored for Liverpool. England would beat Germany with the right players. Starting Southgate won't do that, Doug. Calm down, Doug. Who's commentating on the Italian game? It's horrendous. I'm not too sure, mate. It's the BBC, and it's probably Jermaine Genius. But Connor, thank you very much for coming on. Shay and the 1892 Reds podcast. Doug, Chris, Helen for the super chat as well. Really appreciate it, Helen. Jagster, Jade as well. Andrew. Every single one is Shay as well, but especially Connor as well for coming on, mate. Been an absolute pleasure. I really do appreciate it. And as I say, everyone, if you don't get a notification, just check up on the channel anyways, and fingers crossed to be content anyway. So don't always rely on the YouTube algorithm to push out the videos, but every single one is really do appreciate it. And if you have missed the beginning of the show, this content does get uploaded anyway, so you can rewind it, fast forward it if you want anyway. But if you would like to us talk about a bit more Euro content, I think me and Connor possibly could do that, because it just fills in time really, and possibly talk about more transfer targets and general football in terms anyway. But Connor, what's your socials, mate, so everyone can follow you? You're nearly close to 500 subscribers now, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, we are. I think we're 9 away. I think 8 away. It's somewhere around there. So yeah, if anyone's new, please come over to my channel first and then subscribe and then hit subscribe. I wanted to do that. No, but just follow me, the Cup Council, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. And yeah, thank you for having me on. And Mbappe 2022 is happening. I'm doing it now.
Sorry, everyone, if we do an Mbappe video again tomorrow, but
hey. I'm planning to do a Liverpool potential transfers on him, so that video might be coming out tomorrow.
Stay safe. Good night, y'all. Have a good evening, Wales fans. See you very much, Chris. Nice one, lads. Defo try and get the 1892 Reds podcast. I know Luke and Ricky being very busy, but try and get these on as well, boys. Steve Bauer and Danny Murphy. Oh yeah. Danny Murphy and someone, spot on there, boys. Just discussing who the commentary team were. But Connor, thank you very much. What's the point? 1 added minute. You never know. A lot can happen for certain people in 1 minute. Divock Origi scoring against Barcelona. Mbappe 2021, Shay, there we go. As Mancini, final whistle on the Austria Italian game. Italy finally conceded a goal, but after full-time whistle, Connor, TV switched off. Chris, 2022. There we go, Shay. But I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in tonight. Connor for tuning in, and every single one of you as always. We'll be back tomorrow. Probably discuss a bit more Euro content, especially if there's not much Liverpool content. But as always, Reds, make all the content anyway. Use the heartbeat of every single Liverpool channel out there as well. If it wasn't for you and the Liverpool family around the globe, don't know what we'd all do. But you never walk alone, Connor. Have a lovely night, mate, and appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow night. See you later, Ed. Ta-ra.